Hey there everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be going through all of the books that I have somehow acquired in the month of September, and that was 40 plus books. I don't know how it happened. I do know how it happened, and let me tell you. So I put myself on a book buying ban in August because I had bought too many books. I clearly don't do well with book buying bans because one, I did it. I did not buy one single book in the month of August, but that means that I made up for it in September. So I might as well just evenly distribute them throughout the months. Yeah, so that's probably why it happened. And I also was super lucky and got a lot of books gifted to me from my friends, my fiance, and also publishers. So that was fantastic. I'm never going to say no to books as gifts. It is my love language is gift giving, and books are obviously a way to my heart. So I'm so excited to share with you all of the books that I got this month. I think to keep it simple, I'm just going to show you the books that I got and where I got them from and kind of do them in groups like that. I know in my previous book haul, I kind of broke them out by genre, but I think this time I'm just going to show you where I got them all from. So first, we're going to start off with the 7 books that I got from publishers this month. I normally don't get this much book mail from publishers, but I was so lucky this month that they sent them all over. First, I got Snowed In for Christmas by Jacqueline Snow. This is a holiday romance. I've already read it. It comes out October 3rd, and I loved it. 4 stars. It was fantastic. Kiss and Spell by Celestine Martin. I believe this is the second book, and it follows Wishful Thinking, but I think they're interconnected standalone, so you don't really need to read one or the other. I could be completely wrong about that. I haven't read it yet. It's already out now, and it's just another witchy romance book. I'm so excited. What Women Want by Maxine May Fungchung. This is such an exciting nonfiction read, actually. Maxine is a psychotherapist, and she's taking lessons from what she's learned from her patients who are women and trying to figure out what women actually want. She's trying to solve that mystery, and I wish that she would tell me. So I'm so excited to read this and figure out what I actually want, because who even knows? It's not me. Next, Twisted Secrets by Katie Robert. These covers are so stunning. This was previously published as Indecent Proposal. This is a series of, I believe, mafia romances. I read the first one and enjoyed that a decent amount. I hadn't read the second one, but I got the third one, so I guess I'll go ahead and read the second one. The Fury by Alex Michaelides. I feel like I've talked about this so much already on my channel, so I'm probably not going to mention it too much more, but I am pumped to read this. In Light of All Darkness by Kim Cross. This is a nonfiction that reads as more of like a mystery thriller read. It follows a child's kidnapping and kind of goes into the details of the case and how they came to find everything out. So I'm really excited about this. It seems like a true crime kind of thing, so I think that it's going to be great, and it's hardcover. It is lovely. And lastly, you all are actually sitting on my last read, but I'm going to lower it and then push it back up. And lastly is 23 and One Half Lies by James Patterson. This is 3 short stories that are kind of murder mystery-esque, and I think that it's going to be such a fun read. I've never read anything by James Patterson, but this seems like a good place to start, some short stories. And those are all the books that I got from publishers this month. I am so thankful. It is amazing that I can talk about books and get books sent to me in return. I just can't get over that. So I'm so thankful for that. And yeah, so that's everything from the publishers. Oh, let me put you back up. There we go. Now we're going to talk about my book outlet addiction. It is a real problem, but if you haven't heard about Book Outlet, it's an online repository of it's new books. They're just discounted severely, and I can't stop myself when I see a good deal. I always try to buy used books because they're cheaper, and I obviously buy a lot of books, but Book Outlet has new books for just super cheap. So let's talk about them. First, I picked up In the Company of Witches by R.L.E. Wallace. I heard that this is compared to like a Gilmore Girls but witchy, and it is an Evenfall Witches B&B mystery, so I think it's just going to be so cozy, and I don't really enjoy pocket books, but 1, it's the only size that these books come in, and 2, it's kind of cute for like a little witchy book. I mean, it'll be fine. Next, I acquired the entire A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series this month, but from Book Outlet specifically, I got Good Girl Bad Blood and As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. both for like $5.99. Yeah, exactly. I picked up the old cover of Bad Blood by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, so now I have the first and the fourth book in the Natural series, so need to find 2 and 3. A Dreadful Splendor by B.R. Myers. Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. This is the same author as the Heartstopper series. I can't wait to read something that she has written. Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers by Jessie Q. Sutanto. This is the same author as Dial A for Aunties, and I think it's just going to be like such a cozy murder mystery maybe, or cozy mystery. I'm not sure, but I think it's about an old woman who sees something that she's not supposed to, and I love that. Sometimes you just want to be cozy. Cackle by Rachel Harrison from one of my witchy reads. A Curious Beginning by Deanna Rayborn. This is the first book in the Veronica Speedwell series, and this is just, I think, another cozy mystery, and apparently I would like to enter that era. We'll see how soon I do that, but when I do, I will have the books to support it. In the Shadow Garden by Liz Parker. Song of Silver, Flame Like Night by Amelie Wenzel. This was Olivia Rizalate's book club pick in September, I believe. Did I read it? No. Once There Were Wolves by Charlotte McConaughey. This is the same author as Migrations, and that was super interesting. It was very nature focused about the birds and the migration patterns, and I think obviously this one might follow wolves, but I am very excited to see more of her like nature writing elements. And that is my book outlet haul, so obviously that makes up a pretty good bit of what I acquired in the month of September. But total, this probably costed $70. I spent $70 on 4 books at Barnes & Noble with the buy one get one 50% off for all 4 of them. So take that as you will. And I guess speaking of Barnes, we'll go ahead and talk about that little haul. So I had a pretty rough week last week, and I kind of alluded to in my book buying vlog that I was not super thrilled with Charlottesville's selection. So I had some cash that I had taken out for my vacation. So if you spend cash, then it doesn't count. Girl math. And I went to Barnes and had great luck. So first, obviously, Wildfire by Hannah Grace. She did her soft launch at Barnes & Noble, and I knew I was going to read it anyway, so I just went and picked it up. I liked Icebreaker a lot more than I thought I was going to, so I think that I'm really going to enjoy this one. And then honestly, these other 3 books were all influenced by Katie is reading. I have been binging her content like my life depends on it, and hopefully she never sees this because that is super embarrassing, but it's just such good content. I want to make content like that. So what I found was episode 13 by Craig DeLuey. This is about ghost hunters who on their 13th episode went to a haunted house, and they always go to haunted houses. They are ghost hunters, but they go there and some really weird things start happening. So I think that this is going to be like eerie, kind of thrillery, hopefully not too gruesome. That's where I draw my line. Next, A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. This is about one of Dracula's wives and her perspective on the relationship, and you can kind of see the toxicness in that relationship through this story. So I think that it's going to be amazing because Dracula, vampires, obviously. And One Dark Window by Rachel Gillick. This is actually Katie's like October book club pick. And everybody has been talking about this, and I totally get why, because this is about a woman who needs protection, and she has a monster like inside of her mind who will protect her, but at a cost, obviously. So I think that this is going to be so good. And 2 things. One, the cover like this, like showing you kind of what that monster might look like coming out of her. I think that that is so well done. And then 2, the edges are stunning. I think I am so excited to read this one. So those are my 4 Barnes & Noble picks. I was so excited to find all of them and get them for buy one get one 50% off, because good lord, what would it have costed had it been full price? Moving on. Next, I also shared in that book buying vlog that I had gotten some books from my book club besties / bridesmaids, and they were so sweet. So these are those books. In the Weeds by B.K. Borison. Twisted Love by Anna Wong. It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey, because I haven't yet read a Tessa Bailey book and I need to. The Secret Bridesmaid by Katie Burchell. The Long Game by Elena Armas. And Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating by Christina Lauren. They are absolute saints for this. It was the best gift. And then when I got back from my trip, my fiance had left me like a little spooky book box. And so he had bought me King of Pride by Anna Wong because I already read King of Wrath. And I love that. So I'm excited to get into this one. Shy Billionaire. Yes, please. And then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. I have heard such good things about this. It's so eerie and gives you like a weird feeling, but it's just amazing. So those two were from him. And then these last ones, similar to the Book Outlet and the Barnes Haul, are all ones that I have bought myself. Sometimes you deserve it, you know? I'll try to share some of the reasoning that I had for all of these, so let's get started. First, because I got sent Kiss and Spell by Celestine Martin, I went to Pango and found Wishful Thinking, which is the first book in that interconnected standalone. So picked that one up, and then to get the free shipping, I picked up A Lesson in Vengeance by Victoria Lee. This is, I believe, a YA dark academia, so could be fun. Next, from my Charlottesville trip, I found Really Good Actually by Monica Heisey and Daedalus, that bookshop, and that was fantastic. And I believe this is one of the writers from Schitt's Creek, so I'm hoping that this is going to be just kind of funny in a dumpster fire kind of way, you know? And then from New Dominion Bookshop, I picked up my copy of The Cloisters by Katie Hayes, which I will probably be offboarding because I really did not enjoy that story very much, but the cover still is stunning. And The Sacred History by Donna Tartt. This is dark academia, and just reading the back of it gave me a little bit of a headache, so we'll see how that goes. And then I went in, you obviously go into Target once a weekend, obviously. So each time I went into Target apparently in September, besides one time, I just picked up a book. So I guess one weekend I picked up My Roommate is a Vampire by Jenny Levine. This is going to be obviously like a rom-com-y with a vampiric element. I think it's going to be fun. And then the first book, In a Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. And then lastly, Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer. I had pre-ordered Kingdom of the Feared by Carrie Maniscalco. This is the third book in the Kingdom of the Wicked series, and it just came out in paperback, so now I have the full set and can get started on the series, hypothetically. And then lastly, from Amazon, I picked up When the Crow's Away by Arlie Wallace. This is the second book in the Evenfall Witches B&B mystery. So obviously, like the little pocket book, they are so cute together, and I had to complete the little duology or series. And then this other one was from Amazon, and that was If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. This is going to be my first dark academia pick that I pick up this month, and I am so much looking forward to it. And those are all 42. Those are all 42 books that I acquired somehow in the month of September. It is what it is, people. Sometimes it's a big month and sometimes it's not, but this just happened to be a big month for me. I'm not going to put myself on a book buying ban in October, like I said, but I am going to be conscious more of what I'm bringing into the house. Hopefully you all enjoyed this. I love seeing what people are buying and acquiring. I think it's so much fun, so hopefully you all enjoy it too. Let me know if you have any preferences on which one I should start with. I know I'm going to be picking up If We Were Villains pretty soon, but other than that, what do you think I should be reading? Thanks for hanging in there and watching this with me, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!